Well, this is where everything started. They built this skate park here in the town, and it was full of people skating. And I was 7 years old, and we found the surfing first, no? Some guys let us a surfboard, and my brothers and me, we started surfing. I remember we could skate here and already read these lines as a surfer. Coming from here, and I could see the lip already. Oh! And then got barreled. And there was a friend up here doing like this. And it's amazing how the skater style they have here, it's like a little bit like surfing, you know, because of the lines and the influence of the sea too. So everybody in the village was coming here and everybody was skating. There was very few boards. I remember we found one board in the Trefz. It was completely destroyed and we fixed it with tape, you know. The first wetsuit we bought, we want to be rich because there was the surf culture there. There was no wetsuits here, so my dad and mom got some money and we drive all the way to Biarritz. Back then, it was adventure to go to Biarritz, no? And then we bought these first wetsuits, and when they were broken, we had to fix it. Anyway, there's no material here. The main industry in Bilbao was building ships, and there was iron in the mountains. So they took the iron from the mountains straight and built the ships for all Europe, all around the world, no? And the iron, for I think like 100 years, there was a lot of people coming from everywhere. There was a lot of job here, but then the iron was finished. So that was a local crisis. It was like a big movement, no? Like a big revolution. It was hard times, but also there was a time for a lot of music, art, not as a government, but more as a street activism, no? It's a big change, no? If you see the footage from Bilbao in the early 80s, you would see that it was a black hole with pollution, and it was a working place, a hard working place, no? There was a lot of industry, and now it's, you know, Bilbao like it looks like New York, you know? Yeah, they made a project to change the Bilbao from industry to tourist, no? And that's when the Guggenheim came as a symbol of the new Bilbao. It's a beautiful art piece, no? As itself. The Basque people, especially in the coastline area, it's been very hard to work the land. So mostly it's been focused working in the sea with the fishermen, no? Very strong connection with the ocean, no? As a way of surviving, no? So I think it influenced a lot in the Basque characters, no? We've always been traveling around the world, no? The Basque people. We're more connected to the world by the sea than to Europe by the land, no? That's why it has this culture and personality, no? I think times are changing very fast. I'm traveling the world and I'm looking some of the places that when I was there, like 6 years ago by myself, there was people that never connected to Occidental culture, no? And now sometimes I get by Facebook 6 years after I get connected with them, no? So I think all the world is changing, no? And for the good by one side and for the bad by other, no? Because that's never gonna come back, no? So for me, it's traveling the world and knowing other cultures is a way to go back home and really appreciate what we have and the value of a primitive language and culture that we have, no? I was competing for so long, which I really liked it at that time. You're very focused on one beach, and you from the beach to the hotel, from the hotel to the beach, no? And very focused on 20 minutes of the heat, no? But I was realized that I wanted to do another thing, no? And I think surfing industry also lost a lot of beauty of those old times, no? So I was trying to recover that spirit and just take a surf bag and surfboards and know the world, as simple as that, no? So yeah, that was the way. I bought a small camera, and I left. I wasn't trying to do something like very sophisticated, or I didn't have the technique to do good clip, let's say, no? The way to express myself was just say, hey, I'm here, I'm looking for waves. And it's more about the feeling of being alone. Probably if you are with someone, then things are not that intense, no? But when you are by yourself, you're in a place like that, everything becomes to be dangerous for you, or you're very focused in what's going on that place. And every little thing in the normal life disappears to focus on the very important thing, which is get to the wave and survive, no? You know, the Basque people, it's been traveling a lot, but also united to the culture, you know? Traveling the world, it's a great experience to know other cultures and other places, but also it's a way to come back and see the Basque culture and people and tradition as from an objective position, no? So you realize the little things we have, no, here. So learn to appreciate our culture and being proud of what we are, no? So it's always great to come back and be with your friends and family, and this is where I belong, no? I really like to surf here in the urban where we grow up. It's an urban universe, but it's a beauty universe, no? And then you go up to Mundaka and it has this wild nature, protected nature, that everything about Mundaka is beautiful, no? It's a great wave, but also when you are there, everything around you it's very unique, no? Every time I think about it, I don't believe in God, but if there's a reason to believe in God, it's that Mundaka is there, you know? For me, Mundaka is a motivation of being here, no? Because anytime you can get the wave of your life there, no? And you are with family and friends in the water, so it's a very special place, no? With a village there, and for us it's like a temple, no? Tom Curren was the most influential surfer, and I think for a lot of people too, no? Tom Curren, for me, it's the definition of surf, no? He lived in the Basque Country. I remember watching him surf in Mundaka, and I remember his words too, saying that Mundaka was the best wave in the world, no? A lot of entrepreneurs, no, in the Basque Country, historically. From Elcano to these times, no? Elcano, who made the all-around tour, to these times, no? And I think it's not a casualty, no? There's a lot of adventurers, and this is also an adventure from Basque people to the world, no? Nacho, legend! Hey! Barre master! I would talk about Nacho as a Basque, strong personality, optimistic dreamer, no? This kid has got something special, and a great surfer and great person too.